strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, blood on the leaves.
How you doing, people? Welcome to the Audit. This is your boy Cornell, aka your big head cousin, and I'm here to talk to you about this new channel I just started. It's called the Audit, as you can tell. What we're doing here is we talk about things as far as like what can help our community as black people. What can help our community to get that power back that we once had? What can help us get over these hurdles that we see every day and things that we normally complain about? So on this channel, I'm going to be talking about, a couple of the average things other people talk about, but mostly it's going to be solution based, like how we can get over things. I will also be doing interviews with the average everyday people and some people around my area. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. So some people around this area that are doing some positive things and trying to get things going for the black community. Eventually, once I get to a couple, maybe 100 subscribers or so hit that subscribe button, people. Help your boy out. But once I get to about 100 subscribers, I'm gonna start doing something. I got a couple ideas I'm gonna do for like weekly segments that I have. It's all up here right now, but it's gonna be going. And once I get that done, everything's gonna be good. And then I have some other things I'm gonna do, eventually adding a co-host, maybe even two, to help balance some things out. But till then, you're stuck with me, my trusty orange composition notebook. I have a lot of ideas in here and stuff we need to talk about. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the list for today. Okay, first thing is a problem I've seen with our community over the last couple years. Don't let the smooth face fool you. I'm a little older than people think. I'm 28 right now, but you don't have to tell anybody. But the first thing I've noticed, first of all, let me tell you this: I'm not the type of person to preach and all this. I'm the type of person to bring up a conversation and then hopefully find a solution. If I can't, then who knows? I may have somebody on here to discuss what they know, because the whole thing is I'm still learning myself. So as I learn, you guys learn, we all grow strong together. But the first thing I want to talk about today is something I call ignorance is popular. I know that sounds a little different from the normal saying you hear, ignorance is bliss. But in my idea is that ignorance is no longer bliss, it's popular, which is why we see a lot of things going on in our community that we wonder, like, what is going on with that? I tell you why. Okay. And here we go with the same thing everybody else says. White supremacy is at an all-time high, and we don't even know it. Somehow, white supremacy could be at an all-time high, and we still think racism is at an all-time low. How is this? Well, they're tricking us into thinking that they're on our side, but at the same time allowing us to be, for lack of better words, ignorant. Give you an example. We'll start with music. What's the popular thing to do in music these days? Be a drug addict. As far as rap, I'm gonna go based off rap. Most of my stuff I talk about is rap, even though I do know about rock and pop and stuff like that. I actually play a couple of instruments myself, so I am an artist and a musician myself. But let's not talk about that, okay? That's a form of expression for me. I'm not really looking to be a career in that. So, back to rap. We see the kids have to be young, dumb, naive. That's three things in one. They have to have a little bit of money, but they floss it a lot, like they're millionaires. And everybody get mad at Jay-Z for putting out 444, saying that this money phone stuff is stupid. Come on, man, it's retarded. All right, excuse my language, but I don't do PC, and you guys will learn that really quickly. Okay, to me, PC stands for Policed Conversations. That's the way I see it. Policed conversations. We'll get into that in another video. But with the way that rap is, they want you to be young, dumb, naive. They want to give you money and make you think you're rich. And they also want you to do a bunch of drugs and all this other stuff and disrespect women, but only your women. Only your women. And I'm gonna get on that. But you look at some rappers, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put anybody's face up on the screen, but we can come up with a couple rappers' names right now. Lil Uzi Vert. Do I listen to his music? Yeah, some of it. I think some of his music is catchy, and I enjoy it sometimes in the car ride to Atlanta or the car ride to wherever I'm going. But he's not exempt from this conversation. Lil Pump. I've never heard this guy's music, but apparently he has some kind of buzz and movement, as they like to say. He's one of the people I'm about to talk about. Let me think of another one. Famous Dex. He's a little different, but still fits into that realm. We all call these people mumble rappers, right? And I understand DJ Academics came up with that, as far as I know, mumble rappers, and it fits so well. So these guys sit there and talk about how high they get and so on and so forth. Like, what? Like, you just sitting there getting high. All these guys weigh 105 pounds soaking wet, but they're supposed to be the role models for the kids. Like, how? If that's not a problem to you guys, I don't know what is. I don't believe in that coining the term woke and conscious. I like to think of it as, being aware of situations. Some people that hear me say that and be like, well, that's woke. Yeah, but people like to hashtag shit, and that's what we get away from the message. Instead of thinking about what woke means, they're just so happy to say the word woke. Anyway, so you get rappers like these, like I start with Lil Uzi Vert. He's running around wearing a choker all the time. He's running around with a purse and a sweater, looks like a girl sweater. Come on, man. It's cut all the way down to here. What are you trying to show? You got cleavage? Come on, man. So then you have a different spectrum, Lil Pump, who is just he's like 16, so it's kind of, you gotta kind of understand, but it shows the overall problem that this dude obviously didn't have, at least one of the parents at home to show him the right way. He probably wants that, but can't find that. And since he has attention now from doing ignorant stuff, he's gonna keep doing it. And then we have Famous Dex, who I like him as a person, but his music is trash, man. It's just talk about, this girl S.M.D. and all this other stuff, man, and I did this to her, and then he has a video of him beating down his girlfriend in the hallway. Everybody gets mad every once in a while, emotions fly, but it's no excuse for putting your hands on a woman, okay? But I like him personally because he sounds like a very humble guy in his interviews. I don't know about the other two, but his interviews, Famous Dex sounds like a very personable guy. I would like to meet him one day, hopefully talk to him, probably off camera, but just talk to him about some things. So, what was that? Okay, so you may be asking, yeah, but these guys are just out here doing their thing. Why are you talking about this? First of all, if you can't see their actions as ignorant, then you're ignorant and you should just go ahead and click off now. Okay, because you're not gonna agree with anything I say. So you're wasting your time, and I don't care, whatever. Give me a thumbs down if you want, I don't care, but make sure you leave a comment and say why. So the other people in the comment can eat your ass alive. Anyway, so these people are ignorant, but then people say, well, why are they rich if they're so ignorant? Because the powers that be, and I always refer to them as the establishment, okay? And before we get into that, the establishment, I don't hate white people, because let's be honest, the establishment is made up of white people, black people, Chinese people, Hispanic people, Jewish people, like all type of people make up the establishment. You don't have to just be white to be holding people down and have an agenda. You know, let's be honest. I know some white people that are very cool and they understand what's going on, and they never try to overstep their boundaries when talking about stuff like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. They just stay in their role, which they should. But but they also have some informative things and opinions to give as well. So I'm talking about the establishment, not white people, the establishment. So the establishment wants to show ignorance, because back in the 80s they had crack that destroyed the black family. So now they figured they wouldn't get away with giving another super drug to somebody and they go out and sell it, because you just can't do it. It's social media everywhere. So now they're using social media against us. They said, if this young kid, 16-year-old kid, can be seen as the representative for the other 16-year-old kids, the most impressionable age for male and female, the age group that between 14 and 19, those are the most impressionable kids, you know, for most impressionable age group for male or female. So when they can be seen as a role model, then they got you. They got you. And that's how they understand that. So they give these young kids these little 360 record deals and give them money so they can do the money phone and whatever. Okay, but then they allow them to go do idiocracy. Excuse me, I can't talk right now. It's late, I'm ready to go sleep. I gotta drive to Atlanta in the morning. But they allow them to do idiotic things and then throw it on TV, throw it on the internet, and allow it to happen so these other kids could be as dumb as them and drop out of school because they think they're gonna get a rap deal. Let me tell you something, people. How many rappers you think are in the industry? Now, how many rappers are in the world? Obviously, there's a huge discrepancy. The averages of you becoming a rap star is very, very small. But they don't want you to think that. They want you to think that if you do the same thing these rap stars are doing, that you'll be the same way. You'll get the same money phone. You'll be able to have the same rented ass car that they have. Wrong. Only thing you may get is an addiction to a super drug. And when I say super drug, I mean drugs other than weed. Honestly, weed is not a super drug, it's a plant, in my opinion. I'm not saying go out there smoke it, I'm just stating my opinion. So they want to get you addicted to this oxycontin and this codeine and these Molly pills and stuff like that. So you can either you continue to be a slave for the establishment. You know, continue to eat McDonald's because you can't afford anything else because you just spent all your damn money on drugs. So now you're stuck on McDonald's and that shit got hormones in it, making these young girls, you know, go through maturity a lot faster, like age 11, 12. And now the little boys losing their damn mind because they see they homegirl in the 7th grade with titties. Like, come on, man. Come on, it all plays into each other. So, you know, but back to the point, they're playing off your ignorance. They're saying they made it to where ignorance is no longer blissful, a blissful state of mind. Now it's popular. It's cool to sit around and do dumb things and get praised for it. Or so you think. Run around and just punch an old lady in the back of the head because it's going to impress some dumbass little girl with titties in the 7th grade. Come on, man. You know, and the little boy don't know no better because all he sees, the girl likes him for doing dumb things, and all he knows is sex, 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 sex. He's not old enough to get past that and understand certain things about life. So next thing you know, he's got a record. He's on the way to going to jail or having a record to where he can't get a decent job or get a decent trade or get into college and better his education. Now he's stuck. What do you do when you stuck? You go out there and find a way to eat, and that's a vicious ass cycle back to doing idiotic things. So I cannot talk today. This is crazy. But I don't cut my videos. I'll play them on through. I don't care. We are all human. Anyway, so and that's how they make you think like, oh no, racism is at an all-time low. No. They let, like, you see the young black male who just, he's 16 and he got all the money phone, and now he got all the little white girls on him. Think about it. Of course he has all the little white girls on him. Why do you think it switched from white men being mad at their daughters having sex with black men? Why do you think it's okay now? Think about it. Because now they're taking them away from the black women. And the black women are sitting there like, well, what's my value? Because all the rich black guys that I like, and I like them doing them dumb things, but they want to be with little white girls. Like, so then they start doing outrageous things to try to get more attention. In other words, twerking on camera, just neglecting their responsibilities. Some of them already have babies of themselves as babies with babies. They're neglecting their baby. See, how many photos how many Instagram videos have you seen of young girls twerking and a baby in the background like this? Mom, I'm hungry. Like, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. Like I said, man, ignorance is no longer blissful. It's popular. And until we get over that problem, we can't even start to think about rebuilding the community. It all starts up here, from within the community. Yeah, we can blame the establishment all we want to, but until we decide to change our mind, there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm actively out there trying to do it. I'm in school right now to get a couple degrees. I plan on going until I get my PhD. Hopefully you guys will join me on the journey. I'm only a couple years away, but everybody's only a couple years away from everything. So, but we got to start somewhere. So this is the first episode of the audit. This has been your audit for the day. And hopefully we can get past this ignorance, just pure ignorance. We have to understand, we have to see what it is and just take it out. We gotta find ways to do that. We gotta find a way to make intelligence popular. I'm not sure if it's ever been popular. Even when I was younger, they used to pick on a kid, for being smart. I was in like math camps and stuff like that from like a very early age, so I'm really good at math, but I never got picked on. But I've seen other kids bullied for being smart. Oh, you in the AP class? Oh, you're a nerd, you're a geek. Okay, them same nerds and geeks out there in the tech industry right now, flying past y'all. They're in there trying to own Spotify while y'all trying to be a rapper and be on Spotify. Do you not see the difference? So we gotta make intelligence popular again. We gotta find a way to do that. But once again, I don't have all the answers. I'm still searching for it, just like everybody else. I just figure I'll bring that to your attention and see what you guys think on it, And this is a topic that I'm gonna be coming back to periodically, because ignorance is popular, but it's popular in many different aspects. I just talked about music. We didn't even talk about culture and finance. But I'm not the type of person to keep my videos too long, so we'll come back into that periodically. Probably talk about ignorance is popular maybe in a week or two. Hopefully have somebody on here talking about it with me. Who knows? Or I may just, I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow. I may just get an interview from somebody, maybe, I don't know, a friend or family, or even my uncle or something. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see if he's on it. But future topics you can look forward to. We're going to talk about religion in our community. And I pretty much going that topic's pretty much going to be faith versus religion, because people need to be able to differentiate between the two and understand how they hold their own weight in the community, and how some things can be used to control you, some things can be used to free you and give you, hope, lack of better words. So until then, it's been your boy Cornell, your big head cousin, and see you next time on The Audit. Peace.